So your doctor's done the scans, run the blood work, maybe even sent you to specialists, and no one can find any injury, disease, or structural damage to explain your pain. But that doesn't mean we don't know what's going on. You see, what you're experiencing is something scientists call neuroplastic pain. And the great news is that neuroplastic pain can be healed. Now, in my last video, I explained the physical processes that researchers have discovered are going on in your body, in your nervous system, that cause this type of pain. And in this video, I'm going to take you through the 4 simple steps that researchers proved you can use to reset your nervous system and heal your pain. Step 1 is probably the simplest step of all. Just watch a video or 2. Find out what it is that scientists actually know about neuroplastic pain. It might surprise you how powerful just learning this actually is. Pain scientists have actually set up an entire global initiative called Explain Pain just to get the message out about what's actually causing chronic pain, because they know that this knowledge will help people start to heal. Because the thing is, when you know the truth, it will change how you understand your pain. It will also change how your brain begins to process the pain. Now, if you want the essentials right now, here's pretty much everything you need to know in 30 seconds. We've grown up believing pain means injury, which makes sense. You hurt your ankle when your ankle hurts. But here's what researchers have discovered. It isn't your ankle that's actually causing the pain. It's your brain. See, your brain's job is to keep you safe. So it is constantly monitoring signals from all over your body, looking for signs of danger. And when it spots something that looks threatening, it creates pain to get your attention. Now, most of the time, this works perfectly. But sometimes your brain gets it wrong. It treats normal, harmless signals as if they are emergency alerts. And that's pretty much it. Now, of course, just knowing this stuff is not going to fix your pain on its own, but it will start to shift how you and your brain relate to the pain. And that shift is what makes the other steps possible. Now, if you do want to know more, you can check out other videos on this channel, and you can also find a full beginner's guide to pain science video series in the Healing Hub. It's a new online community where people with this type of neuroplastic pain can go to get help and support on their healing journey. If you're not part of it yet, consider joining. It's completely free. Right, it's time to dig out the trench coat and Trilby. You're going to be a detective. You see, your doctor may have told you that there's no structural damage, no medical reason that they can find for your pain, but the chances are you might still have some doubts. Did they miss something? Do I need to go to a different doctor? And those kind of questions, those doubts are completely normal. I know, I've been there. So in this step 2 is about helping to reassure yourself that actually, yes, what we're dealing with here is neuroplastic pain. And here's what we're looking for. We're looking for evidence that your pain is behaving in ways that it wouldn't if it was being caused by tissue damage. Maybe your pain moves around your body, or it flares up at certain times of day or in certain situations for no obvious reason. These are all clues that it's your nervous system and not tissue damage that's causing the pain. I've actually created a checklist that walks you through this detective work step by step. You can find it in the Healing Hub, or if you just want me to send it to you directly, just comment checklist below this video and I'll get it over to you. So once you understand how the brain can create pain when there's no injury, things begin to shift. Then, when you confirm that this actually applies to you and to your pain, well, that starts to calm your nervous system down. And then there's a whole lot more we can do, starting with getting curious about your pain. Now, you might think that sounds a bit scary, maybe focusing on the pain could make it worse. But actually, the truth is the opposite. The more we avoid focusing on pain, the more fear we create in our brain around the pain, and the more our brain sees that pain as something dangerous. Think about it this way. It's like the difference between being in the jungle and seeing a tiger 10 feet from you versus seeing that same tiger standing 10 feet away from you, but it's inside a glass enclosure at a zoo. Same tiger, but a totally different emotional response. And that's what the knowledge you gain from steps 1 and 2 can do for you. It's like they put a protective glass between you and your pain. You'll know from what you've learned that your pain isn't a sign that there's some injury or disease, and you can begin to observe it with curiosity instead of fear. And when you do this, you don't just change how you feel, you actively change the neural pathways in your brain. You're not just changing your attitude here, you're rewiring your nervous system. Now, the key to doing this is to start small. When your pain is manageable, just lean into it for 30 seconds. Notice, what's the quality? Is it sharp? Is it dull? Is it tight? How does it change as you observe it? You're watching this pain from a position of safety, like you would that tiger behind the glass. And the official term for this technique is somatic tracking, and I've created a guided meditation session to help you practice it. I'll leave a link in the description below. And for some people, simply doing this, simply teaching the brain and nervous system to no longer be afraid of pain, is enough to actually heal it. But for many of us, there are other sources of stress and fear that are fueling our pain that we actually need to address, which is why we have step 4. And by the way, if you're finding this video useful, subscribe to the channel. I share new insights and tools for chronic pain recovery every week. Trying to heal pain while your nervous system is constantly stressed is like trying to put out a forest fire while someone else is pouring gasoline on it. If we want to heal, we need to create a calm internal environment. Now, there are lots of tools that we can use to help us do this. Hypnosis, guided meditation. You could listen to soothing music, maybe go for a walk in nature, or do some gentle breathing exercises. These are all really helpful ways for cooling down the nervous system when it's got overheated. But if this stress keeps happening, as it often does for people with neuroplastic pain, we need to go further. We need to actually look to address the issues that keep triggering the stress, keep triggering the pain. Now, some stresses are obvious. It could be work pressure, family drama, money worries. Those kind of things tend to come to mind quite easily. But other things can be invisible and harder to find. Things like perfectionism, when nothing you ever do feels good enough, or people-pleasing, where you ignore your own needs to keep everyone else happy. Or maybe you're carrying emotions with you that you haven't dealt with for years because they just feel too difficult. Okay, and here's an insider tip on a quick way to figure out if something is actually stressing your nervous system or not. You close your eyes and you think about that situation for a few moments. And then notice if any uncomfortable physical sensations arise in your body. It could be a tightness in your chest or butterflies in your stomach. Even increased discomfort in the area of your body where you normally have pain. Anything like that is actually your nervous system telling you it sees a threat. The checklist I mentioned earlier has questions to help you uncover these hidden stressors. It's one of a number of helpful tools you'll find in the Healing Hub. Or, if you prefer, just comment checklist below this video and I'll send it to you direct. Now, identifying what stressors are triggering your nervous system is obviously a very important first step. But the next step is even more important, which is to start addressing and eliminating those triggers. Which is why I'd recommend you watch this video next. See, your brain and nervous system are ready to heal. All they need is for you to give them help, guidance, and support. I'll see you there.